Okay.
We can be a little rowdy with these because this
two little cups of blood on the couch, getting rowdy.
Couple of rowdy blood cups.
Call back. Hey guys, and welcome to GT Not Live, where we're not live, but we are here with a live body on the couch.
I am living. I have blood in me.
Just because you have blood in you doesn't mean you're alive. Like a dead body has blood in it.
Well, it's flowing.
I mean, I'm sure. Well, I guess your heart is pumping blood through your.
Yeah.
This is a weird way to start.
I imagine a dead body's blood is like in a glass, like it's just kind of sitting there.
It's like kind of congealed or whatever. Yeah.
Stagnant blood.
Right, and that's why when you get, go to the mortuary, they have to drain your blood and pump it full of all the preservatives. We're opening Pokemon cards.
It's Pokemon Day.
Man, talking about embalming your fellow humans.
I'm back.
It's a big old cup. Well, it's two big old cups of blood here sitting on the couch. Talking about Pokemon. So Ryder, for those of you who don't know, is a good friend of the channel, obviously. FootofaFerret.
Yeah.
And you abandoned us a while ago.
Well,
I like it's like, ha, 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 but I did. No. So wait, how long ago was that?
Oh, 2017.
2017.
So
he's
been
been gone.
5 years?
Gone but not forgotten.
Oh, yeah. I've been around.
Has it really been that long?
Something like that. It's been longer than I was on the channel.
Wow.
By a minute.
Yeah, it's a long time.
Yeah.
But anyway, the reason I bring that up is not to guilt trip Ryder into leaving me high and dry without him, but instead it is to congratulate him because he has just crossed 1 million subscribers on his channel.
Yeah.
FootofaFerret, woo! Congratulations, sir.
Thank you very much.
Did you think it would be coming? Like, tell me your thoughts.
Well, I mean,
no thoughts.
No, I
Zero thoughts.
legitimately never thought that this would be a thing.
Yeah.
Because I've been on YouTube for like 12 years?
Long time.
Yeah, 2010.
Yeah.
Started taking it seriously in 2013, so it's been like a decades-long journey of doing like mainly one thing for about 6 years, and then just kind of figuring things out from there. But
YouTube.
no.
Figuring it out. I mean,
that's
much. Not broadcast. It used to be broadcast yourself.
Broadcast yourself.
YouTube. Figure it out.
Yourself.
Yeah. Good luck.
Right.
Good luck. Yeah.
I definitely could never have gotten there without your help.
Oh.
For sure.
Pay him off. What? It feels like all the videos I've been filming lately are like,
you guys picked me up when I was like a channel of 25,000 subscribers.
Yeah.
And like just gave me so much of an opportunity that really like kept me going. And so I appreciate it so much.
Oh my gosh, of course. Well, you're amazing. Like, the thing is, you're great. And I think, like, in a world where YouTube is figure it out, if you can help out channels that have a lot of promise and stuff like that's worth it.
Thank you.
Anyway, enough self-congratulating on our side. This is all about you. And in honor of his milestone of 1 million subscribers, you actually purchased... some Pokemon cards to celebrate, right?
Over the last year or so, I have been delving deep back into the world of Pokemon cards.
And many have.
Many have.
It's either that or NFTs, so I'm glad you went with the Pokemon card route.
Yeah, let's not go there.
Are there Pokemon card NFTs?
No.
Not yet. I'm sure there's...
most people who are like really into the investment side of Pokemon are also into NFTs.
Yeah, okay. So you are in the good side and not you are on the light side and not the dark side.
I ain't selling anything.
Okay, all right. You're collecting for the love of collecting.
Yeah, I just find it fun.
Okay.
Like opening packs, sorting through cards, organizing stuff. It's really fun and calming to me.
Yeah.
And like when I was a kid, we had Pokemon cards, but I was like 3, so
sure, okay.
So they're like this figment of my childhood that I only vaguely remember. There was a card store in my town called Carolina Card when I was a kid. That during that era had a banner that called it like the Pokemon headquarters.
Oh, cool.
And,
okay.
Like that, like little memory, and like I was more of a Yu-Gi-Oh kid most of the time growing up, but Pokemon is just a little bit more fun. They've kept up with Pokemon, like representing the characters that you remember.
How dare I feel like you're gonna get raked over the coals for that.
Well, I mean,
Pokemon is more fun than Yu-Gi. How dare you,
I mean,
sir?
from a collecting standpoint.
Yu-Gi boy, Blue Eyes White Dragon.
Exodia, that's not possible. Your move, Kaiba. Yu-Gi boy.
Yeah,
you don't know what you've gotten yourself into.
There it is. The Millennium Eye. No. Is Yugi actually good at playing the cards, or is it all just Pharaoh? I guess that's the final arc of the original series, though, isn't it? Where it's like, because Yugi ends up going up against the Pharaoh.
Yeah, spoilers.
Does Yugi lose?
I don't remember.
I don't remember. Did I ever watch the ending?
I don't know if I've gotten that far.
I don't think anyone ever got that far.
Like the third season where they're all in like a dream realm for the entire season, right before the finale of season 2.
Yeah, Dream Realm.
I think that kind of threw a lot of people off.
Yeah,
it's like the last season hasn't ended yet, and we've got a new one.
So true. Right? Yeah. Kind of lost me there.
It's pretty much all that first season. That first and second season are like the classics.
But we can all agree that Digimon is top tier, then Pokemon, then Yu-Gi-Oh.
We had some Digimon cards growing up. I've still got a few of them.
Were they did they have holographic Digimon?
Yeah. I don't think they were like holographic in the way Pokemon cards are, though.
Where are my Yu-Gi collectors and my Digimon card collectors?
I've got plenty of Yu-Gi-Oh cards.
Well, there you go. We gotta start that up.
Yeah.
Because then I
just didn't bring any with me.
You'll be the billionaire that all these other Pokemon card collectors are at this point. So okay. The point, though, of all of this, we're getting there. We're 15 minutes in and we're getting to the point. The point is this. Ryder, to celebrate his 1 million subscribers, made a sizable investment into a bunch of Pokemon cards that he invited me to join him for the unboxing/unwrapping of them, which is it's such a cool honor.
It's fun.
It's an honor. Like, one, I'm just honored that you want to spend this milestone with me. Two, it's cool that you did this. I think it's a really awesome way to celebrate.
Yeah.
But three, I'm nervous about, like, gotta be honest, because this is a world that for the last year and a half, 2 years, right, I've been watching from the sidelines, and I've seen Logan Paul, opening the $1 million box, and, here I go, I got scammed, and I've seen the Pokemon card opening channels and the rise and fall of it. You and I have talked briefly about it, and I've learned a bit. But I am such a noob in all of this, but it's fascinating to me.
Oh, yeah. That's why I've gotten so into it, because I just found the whole thing really interesting. There's so much to learn.
Yeah.
Like, this stuff has been around for... In North America, this stuff has been around for over 20 years.
Sure.
So there's so many eras. There's so many, different facets.
Yeah.
Do you remember the e-reader for the Game Boy Advance?
Yes, I do.
There's a whole era
where you
of
scan
Pokemon cards that are e-reader cards.
Oh, really?
Yes. Yeah.
Are those collectible?
Oh, yeah.
I'm sure everything it's not so much is it collectible, and I think this is something that, again, I'm having to learn this. It's not so much is it collectible, it is the relative value of collectability, right? Because everything has some level of value.
Yeah,
I mean, that's the whole that's everything that's collectibles. That's NFTs.
You'd be surprised.
Yeah.
With some of the e-reader cards and the e-series cards from Gen 3, those are actually a lot rarer than you might expect, because we were at a point where Yu-Gi-Oh was taking off.
Interesting.
Pokemon's TCG was a little bit less popular.
The card game.
Yeah.
For those of you who don't know
trading
the lingo.
card game.
Oh, see, trading card game. There you go.
Yeah. But because of that, Pokemon's card game was a little bit less popular.
Yeah.
So card packs had fewer cards. They were not as purchased heavily, and so you just don't see them on the market as much.
Okay.
So that era, it's this isn't the first era of cards or anything like that. This isn't the Charizard that everyone goes crazy for, but it's still surprisingly valuable and rare and collectible.
Yeah.
When I was going through my childhood card collection at home, I found a Gengar holographic from the first set of e-reader cards.
Okay.
And I looked it up. I was like, this card's this is a rare card.
Yeah.
This was literally sitting loose in a tin in my attic.
Right.
And it's just there are people who would pay $100 or something for a card like that.
Well, and it's interesting because for me, I grew up with my dad having boxes and boxes of baseball cards, right?
Yeah.
And he had his holographic baseball cards, and I don't think he was ever any sort of conscientious collector where he's like,
Yeah.
this specific set, this specific rookie card, whatever. But it harkens back to that era in a lot of ways.
Did they have holographic baseball cards?
They did,
Just
yeah.
shiny men?
Yeah, you would reflect them, and he would show them to me every once in a while, and I'd be like, "Whoa, that's so cool!" I actually have them up in my attic right now because he passed them on to me, and I have no idea what to do with them. But I also like they're my dad's collection, so I don't want to. I don't. I legitimately. Yeah, I don't want to throw away like his childhood's life work in a lot of ways.
Oh yeah.
And so I need to educate myself on all of this.
Yes.
So before we get to opening Ryder's big fancy 1 million subscriber boxes, right, and what is contained inside and who knows, I wanted to take some time here on GT Live to learn at least some basics about what I should, what any person in this space would be looking for, how to do it, and kind of take me on that journey from like, I know nothing outside of I had a holographic Hitmonchan when I was in middle school.
Yeah.
And I thought that was a sweet card.
It's pretty cool.
I don't think I think I played the Pokemon card game once.
I was 3, so I have not.
So so you have never played the game?
No.
Cool.
I want to learn. There's an online version.
Yeah.
That recently got like, it's weird. There was an online version. In every pack of cards, you get like a code card to open a pack in the online game.
Oh,
but
cool.
It wasn't on mobile. So they've kind of discontinued that version and introduced a new version that's now available on mobile.
Okay.
It's a weird, it's just so many like weird different things. This is a very recent development.
Okay.
I've been meaning to eventually take the time, play the online game, and learn how to actually play the game.
Interesting.
Because the meta of it changes like constantly.
I'm sure.
And that's another thing that adds to like some cards like collectability is there are people who will like see more value in a card if it's playable in the game.
So people do actually care about playing the game.
Of
Okay,
course.
there you go.
Plenty of people who play the game. I think
it's just funny because I hear you say like, "Oh, I'm really into these Pokemon cards, but I've never played it," which I get. And it seems like that's all the discussion that I see is like opening, and I got the Charizard, and I got the starter 3 or whatever, and it's okay, cool, I get that.
Yes.
But actually playing the I never see people talking about actually playing it.
There are plenty of channels on YouTube who do discuss that while also doing openings of like modern product, and I think that's really fascinating and cool. It's just I haven't had the time to learn it myself, so I just don't really have I don't have the ability to discuss it in any particular way.
Yeah.
And I played Yu-Gi-Oh back in the day.
Yeah.
And I have been like relearning that. And I barely have time to play the games for the videos I make on my channel, let alone learning to play something that I have to go outside the house to.
So what you're telling me is that when you're laying down your holographic Charizard, you're not pulling a Pot of Greed card, and then then that's throwing everything into chaos. Pot of Greed, Dark Magician. No, okay. So anyway,
I should have brought some Yu-Gi-Oh cards.
No, I would have just gotten more confused than I already am. So first off,
yes. The idea here. Sorry.
No, please. I was trying to figure out what should my first question be.
I wanted to clarify.
Yes, please.
The big purchase opening is happening on my channel.
Yes.
So this is more to prep him for what we're about to do later. I didn't want that to get confused. We're not opening that here. Cool. This is mainly like just gonna be like going through some of the basics.
Yeah. So first off,
yes.
I see that you have the whole thing right over there, like all the cards.
Yes.
So what is so okay? So this is all of them. So you have them all. So you won. Congratulations, a winner is you. You did it.
So this is the very first set of Pokemon cards called Base Set.
Yeah.
This is the complete card set of that. Now, Base Set was originally released in Japan in 1996.
Okay.
But didn't come to North America until 1999.
Oh wow, that's a really big gap.
Yes, and
just translation, or did they not think that the US would be ready for it?
I really don't know. It must have been a thing of just like waiting to see how the games and the anime performed or something.
Sure.
And I really don't know the specifics on that.
Okay.
But the very first set doesn't actually have all 150 Pokemon in it.
How many does it have? It seems like a missed opportunity.
It's got like a smattering.
Now with a smattering of Pokemon. Slap that on a box
I think
and sell it.
the rest came in expansions later down the line, but this kind of has like a lot of the like absolute basic classic cards.
Okay, so when people say base set, they're talking about the first ever cards that were released as a part of the TCG trading card game.
And there's different versions of it. So the very first printing was called First Edition. They had a little stamp on it that said First Edition.
Okay.
Those are the most rare.
Okay.
Those are the ones that you hear all the crazy news stories about, like, oh, this Charizard's worth like $400,000 and that kind of stuff. Then there's a second run. There's a second run, which is typically referred to as Shadowless because we'll open this up to start examining some of the differences. So these are the holographics for base set. There's 16 cards in the set. Only 15 of them you could actually pull out of packs. And
so wait, there are so there are 16 cards in a pack.
No,
wait, what did you say?
There
you said
are
16
cards. Holographic cards in the set.
Yes, okay, but only 15 were able to be pulled out when you opened them.
Yes, because one of them, this Machamp, was a deck exclusive.
Aren't we assembling a deck when we open the packs of cards?
Well, you buy decks. Remember, you could buy decks?
Aren't I assembling a deck? Okay, so like... So the pre-made decks.
You would buy a deck, and it would come with the Machamp in it.
All right.
Yes.
So, 15 of the... Already!
We're getting there.
15 of the holographic things, you could open up your little, like, foil sleeve.
Yes. A pack comes with 11 cards.
Yes, thank you.
Of this era.
Okay.
It's like 10 to 11 cards.
Okay.
And there is one rare slot in every pack.
Okay.
And in that pack, you can either get a holographic.
Yes.
Or a non-holo rare, like this Dragonair or this Doug Trio. And then all the rest of the cards were uncommons and commons, like these.
Okay.
And the game of like the kids on the playground who were like collecting the cards.
Yes.
It was like, you want to get the holographic, obviously.
Yeah, obviously.
And so...
Because there she is.
Let's use this. Let's use this as the example.
This is mine. This was not actually mine, but this was the one holographic card. I found, the true story, I found it in the hallway of my middle school.
Really?
It was just on the ground. People didn't care about it because no one cared about Hitmonchan. And I'm like, I wasn't much of a collector of things. I didn't really play card games or anything like that. But I got this, and I'm like, this is so cool. And I saw people walking around with Chansey, and I'm like, ooh, if I could get a Chansey, that'd be cool.
Let's use this as our example. I'm going to take it out of the sleeve.
Okay, teach me.
So this is like not pack fresh. This is like a used, like pre-owned card.
Okay.
So this is what's called Unlimited, which is the most common print run. It was the third print run of base set. And you see how...
Okay, so you were... Okay.
Yeah?
So... First edition is the 400,000 Charizard stuff. Second one is the Shadowless.
Yeah.
Right? And so this is after Shadowless.
So you see this drop shadow right by the art, right here?
Yes, I do.
Shadowless, that was not there.
That does not have that.
And that's basically the only way. That's the only major difference.
Yeah, okay.
But those shadows were not there on first edition cards either. So Shadowless is basically a first edition card without the stamp that would have been right there. First edition cards, they have a little first edition stamp right there.
Oh, okay. Ooh, you got a first edition Machamp.
Again, this is a deck exclusive. You would buy it in a deck. Every single one has a first edition stamp. Okay. So, like, you would get one in, like, 2001. Yeah. And it would still say first edition.
And this was, like, guaranteed.
Yes.
So you would see it, and you're like, I got myself my holographic Machamp.
Exactly.
So buying a pack is the 11, 12 cards, and then the deck is where a deck is how many cards?
I actually don't know back in those days. The meta can change.
Okay.
Cool. So
there's my Hitmonchan, and then how do I know, outside of the fact that she's holographic, how do I know she's rare?
There are little indicators. Let's switch to a different card now.
Okay.
Just so we can keep showing off different stuff.
Yeah,
Let's
please.
try this Clefairy.
Sure, you got the whole collection. Are you allowed to be taking them out, by the way? Like...
They're my cards.
Are you sure that you can do that? Have you asked your mother? No, but I mean in terms of like, doesn't that like reduce the value? Or I see everyone walking around with like, I don't know, them in the plastic cases and this. I mean,
well, these are already like kind of like lightly played, not the most heavily great condition cards.
Okay.
And these are all cards that I specifically set aside to keep in this binder.
Okay. Yeah.
So I don't particularly care about them being in like the primo conditions.
Okay.
Though you are right, taking them out of sleeves and out of binders on holographic cards especially can kind of scratch up the holofoil pattern.
Okay.
But I'm not particularly worried about that right now.
Great, cool.
So
just want to make sure that
with these cards,
ruining any like super rare cards.
If you get all the way down here in the bottom right corner, this has a star on it.
Yes. Okay.
That star means rare.
Huh. Okay.
So holographic cards and non-holographic cards, if they have a star on it, they are the rare card.
Okay.
They're in the rare slot in the pack.
And you are guaranteed to get one per pack.
Yes.
Okay.
One rare per pack, and then the game is whether or not it's hollow or not.
Okay.
And so then, in the rest of the pack, you've got cards like this Charmeleon, which has a little diamond in the corner, which is
Charmeleon is janky.
an uncommon.
Like, no, look at him.
Okay.
Look at him.
Right.
He's so derpy looking. It's just so interesting to look at like the old designs of these things.
Yeah.
Look at him. He looks nothing like what he ends up like in the games themselves.
So in the corner, there's a little diamond.
Yeah,
there's a little diamond in the corner that means this is an uncommon card.
Okay.
You get about 3 of those in a pack.
Okay.
And then the rest of the cards are going to be commons.
It's also weird that some of them are like painterly drawn. I'm having such like flashbacks to like middle school Matt Pat because I'm remembering seeing all these now all of a sudden.
I'm attempting to keep this on a track.
No, there's a track here, and the track is look at how derpy Charmeleon is.
True.
The track is also it's wacky that you have like these painterly cards that are very like they feel very hand drawn. It's cool. I like the art style a lot. And then just randomly you have like here's CGI. It's like an Illumination entertainment movie.
It should be pointed out the artist's name is in the bottom corner of each card.
Oh,
so
really?
The specific artist who made this art for this specific card is in the bottom corner, and there are different ones.
Well, with my apologies to Keiji Kinabuchi, I'm not as big of a fan of the like old CGI stuff.
You got Ken Sugimori, you got
It's just weird that like the art's like it seems so cohesive.
Yeah.
And then I look at this and I'm like, oh yeah, but then there's this is like the Chinese ripoff card that popped up.
God.
What? No, I think about like the bootlegs, right?
Uh-huh.
That's not meant to be offensive at all. Like if you think of like the Chinese bootlegs that come out, and I see that, right? Because everything else has a consistent style. It's just odd to me seeing them all in one place as, again, a complete noob in all of this. Haunter's another one that you're like, oh, he doesn't really fit.
Porygon.
So interesting. Okay, cool.
So then you've also got things like this Bulbasaur here, which is a common, which is denoted by a little circle in the bottom right corner.
Okay.
And, I know the order of it might look random
Yeah,
in
I was
this
going to
binder.
say,
it
seems like you're horrifically disorganized.
I don't know exactly how they chose to do this, but in that same corner with the rarity symbol is the set number. So this Alakazam is number 1 out of 102.
Okay.
So this is the first card in the set run. And so...
Oh, I see. So there's 102 cards in total.
Yes.
That were printed as a part of this.
Of this set.
Including...
Then you're getting into the trainers here, and the energies and stuff.
Yeah.
Things like that.
Yeah. Oh, Pokeflutes!
Pokeflute.
Ah, I had so many Pokeflutes.
Really?
Again, I didn't really collect them, but like when people didn't want their cards, I'm like, I will just take them.
Okay.
And if people are giving me things for free, I will take them.
Yeah,
so
of course.
No one wanted a Pokeflute. Like, no one wanted these item cards, really.
The trainers are very useful in the game, but save for a few, people don't usually focus on them for collecting. There's plenty of people who do collect trainers, but it's usually not the main priority of a lot of people that I know of.
Man, this is tickling some weird areas of Matt Pat's long-forgotten brain here. Wow! Imposter Professor Oak!
Yes!
Lore!
And...
What?
That is also a rare. So this could be your rare slot in a pack.
Oh, that could be your rare slot in a pack?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, he's not holographic, right? That would be a
bummer. Same with item finders. Same with Lass. Lass is usually like cited as the best trainer card in this set.
Really?
In terms of collectability.
Okay.
Not sure why, but it usually is like the one people are like, oh, if you pull a Lass in your rare slot, like you got a trainer. At least it's the best one.
Really?
Yeah. I don't exactly know why.
That's so interesting.
Maybe it's because it's like a character-ish card. And then you got the Pikachu, the iconic Pikachu. Charmander up here.
Thick Pikachu.
Squirtle. Yeah.
I remember. Yeah, he was always a little bit. It was always a little bit bigger there.
I miss when Pikachu was a little chubster.
Right? Oh my gosh, he's so. Why are his cheeks not red?
Because he's spewing out electricity from his cheeks. But
obviously, it's a very unusual look for Pikachu.
Yeah, but this is like the iconic card. in the first edition in Shadowless runs, there was a misprint where he was printed as having red cheeks, like you would expect.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
Wait, that was the misprint. So him looking like he does in the anime was a misprint.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not exact. I don't know the story behind it fully. I think there were a lot of cards printed like that as E3 promo cards back in the day.
Okay.
And maybe some of them just kind of got lost into the set. Like error cards are kind of all over the world of Pokemon. Like,
look at that Squirtle blow. I remember the like bubble blow.
Yeah.
Him just bubbling like bubble beam just
now.
going crazy with the bubbles coming out of his mouth.
Also,
most aggressive gargling ever.
What was he standing on?
Giant berry.
Is that what that is?
Giant pile of grapes.
Looks like it's like
giant pile of grapes.
Blueberries. I feel like that's what a lot of people are like. Their first thing with this card is like, oh, it's so iconic. I remember this from my childhood. What's he standing on?
Blueberries. Pokeberries. Come on, man. Come on, man. You got this.
And then, so those are the commons and starters in the set.
I see. So they are...
These are the most common cards to come across.
They are in alphabetical order based on their rarity, is what I'm noticing.
Are they?
So, yes. Yes, they are. Haha! Am I teaching you something? Yeah!
Oh, yeah. I never noticed that.
So I was trying to figure it out because when you said, like, it didn't make sense. But look, so all these commons, you have C, D, 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 G, K,
How did I never
M.
notice that? I was so focused on the number, I never thought to look at the names.
Boom! Oh,
right?
I have value in life. Okay.
Oh, my God.
Holy cow. Look at that Machop. Machop's getting his gains.
Look at
his arm. Yeah. It's like in Rick and Morty when his arm got possessed by someone else, and it's just like this thick beast.
So the artist of this card, Mitsuhiro Arita.
Yeah.
Same guy who drew the Pikachu.
Oh, I like this guy.
Same guy.
He's got some wacky interpretations of these
Same
characters.
guy who drew the iconic Charizard.
Oh, no way.
Which, we've somehow managed to not focus on at all so far.
Well, I figured we would get to Charizard because like that's the thing, right?
Yeah,
like that's the one that everyone's focused on.
The big thing in this set, from the collector's standpoint, is the starter hollows.
Okay.
So the best cards to get are all the starters, usually. You want Pikachu, you want Charmeleon, Wartortle, Ivysaur, Bulbasaur, Squirtle, Charmander, but then there's the holographic, kind of big three of the set.
Okay.
And these are kind of the most iconic cards in the entire Pokemon scene. So
makes sense. They're the first.
It's the ones that were on the boxes of the games.
Okay. So that being said, like, since Charizard is the big deal, right?
Yeah.
Like, what would that card be worth? Is that like an appropriate question to ask? I don't even know.
Yeah. This particular card, let's examine it. Take it out of the sleeve.
Okay.
I don't know if it's picking up super well on camera, but there is whitening on this card, which is just like wear and tear.
Yeah, sure.
On the card itself. The holographic foil of it, if it'll come out on camera, it's a lot of scratch. It's very scratched up.
Yeah.
The centering on this card, which is how it is cut in the factory. So these yellow borders are in between every card on a big sheet in the factory, and then they cut. And if it's not aligned properly, these yellow lines will be thicker on one end than they are on the other.
Okay.
And that is referred to as the centering of the card.
Okay.
And those are all factors that go into like what the overall like condition of the card is. Is viewed as from like the really, really specific standpoint.
So it's not even like stuff that would be in your control. Because like to me, it's like when I think about like the quality of the card, right? It's like, has it been used? Has it been bent? Has it, like the obvious stuff that you would think. Yeah. But it sounds like, to me, there's a lot of it that's out of even, like, anyone's control, right?
When it comes to really examining condition.
Okay.
Like, if you're not, that brings us to something called grading, card grading, which we'll have to scooch this out of the way to get to.
Yeah.
So, in the world of trading card games, there is a thing called grading services, which take your cards, examine them under like a microscope, and give it a grade 1 out of 10.
Yes.
That denotes its condition. A card like that, if it was perfect condition, like there was no whitening, but it was off center, and there were like some factory errors in the thing, but it was still in good like overall condition, you could still sell it as like mint or near mint.
Okay.
But if you take it that one step up and you want to get it graded, that's when like the really specific stuff starts coming in.
He's got the case.
Yeah, I've got a little.
Oh, we're getting into the big guns if you have a case.
I've got a little case here of some old school Pokemon cards that I've had graded or bought graded.
Stand aside, floppy folder.
Right.
These are the big boys. Okay.
So,
yes.
Set that off to the side. So this is a Charizard that I actually pulled straight from a pack of base set back in the summer.
Okay.
I bought like one pack off eBay. I opened it up and this was in it.
Nice. Okay.
So I got it graded.
So that would be exciting.
Yeah.
Right. You would be like, yes, I got a holographic Charizard.
Huge moment.
Okay.
It's the thing that a lot of like Pokemon collectors like chase.
Yeah. Okay.
And
you got that high.
Yeah. Right.
Yes.
So I pulled this straight from a pack, pack fresh, sent it off to be graded at this company called CGC, and it came back an 8.5 out of 10.
Okay.
So
that seems good.
It got a near mint condition.
It's a B+.
Yeah.
Okay.
Straight out of a pack. And
high A-.
So they take this card that I send in, they examine it like under a microscope. They really take a look at every little detail on the front and back.
Okay.
Like the whitening that was on that previous card, that would have gotten... And then they graded on these subgrades. So the whitening that was on the previous card would have gotten points taken off of the edges score. If there was whitening on the individual corners of the card, that would take points off of the corners score. The surface is where scratches and like factory error lines in the holo foil come into play. Like if you can see it on the card, there are like little tiny lines.
What? No way.
Little tiny horizontal lines on the holographic pattern that are just factory print stuff.
Right, I was gonna say
you can't control that. And then
insane.
And then the one that typically is viewed as like the most like game breaking or deal breaking is the centering.
Wait, really?
Yeah, because the centering is like the thing you have the least control over.
That and also the factory lines?
Yes, but the factory lines are far less common than a card being off center.
Really?
Yes, because they are very, very like, I wouldn't be surprised if they go in there with like a microscope and a ruler kind of thing to make sure it's like perfectly centered before they give you like that 10.
Yeah, right, sure.
So grading cards, so that's an 8.5 that I pulled right out of a pack. So that
you can kind of see the line.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Goes to show you that just because you pulled a card straight from a pack doesn't mean it's a 10. And people like to kind of parade the value of a card just by its graded out of 10 value.
Yeah.
Because once these are in these slabs and given their grade, it changes their value.
Okay,
so,
that makes sense.
So like a raw near mint Charizard that's ungraded might be worth $300 to $400.
Okay.
Once it's in the slab and given its grade, if it's a 9...
This is the slab, okay.
Yes. Once it's maybe if it's graded a 9, it might be worth probably around 1,000.
Oh wow!
Or so.
Wow.
And I believe like a graded perfect 10 Charizard of this set is probably around $13,000.
No way! Are you kidding me?
Yeah, I'm not kidding you. Like there's a huge disparity.
That's crazy.
Between a 9 and a 10 and an 8 and a 9 because they're so hard to get.
Yeah.
And because of things like the centering and the factory lines and things like that.
Wow.
They are very strict, especially this company, CGC.
So wait, and this is, okay, so based on what I've learned, this is not a shadowless because this has the shadow.
Yes, this is an unlimited card.
So this is 3.
Yes.
Print 3.
Yes. This is the exact same type of Charizard as what was in the binder we were just looking at.
Okay.
And it should be said that later sets, like this, like the Shadowless thing is just a base set thing.
Okay.
Like the next expansions, which were called Jungle and Fossil, there was just a first edition and an unlimited version.
Okay.
Unlimited meaning not first edition. Like there's no like limited print run. Of it. And so and then by the mid 2000s or early 2000s, they got rid of first edition altogether.
Okay.
So semantics.
So it's almost so it's with when you're getting it graded, right?
Yes.
It's an interesting gamble, I guess. Where it's like, hey, I've got this really cool card. I can try to sell it online, and maybe someone will pay more for it because it's the Charizard and it doesn't have all the, but it might not be the best condition. But like, who knows?
Yeah.
or I can get it graded, and the grade might like knock down the value, or if it's a really high grade, it might bump
Grading a pack fresh card is typically not going to knock down a value.
Okay.
Like grading does go from 1 to 10.
Yeah.
But ones are like already like chewed and spit out.
I was gonna say like crumpled in your hand.
Yeah. So
so if you got it out of the pack, you'd be like, okay.
Something like this, you know, it might be maintained its value raw.
That makes sense.
In this kind of condition. But for me, I don't really care too much about like the value increase it has. I mainly just want it in the slab to protect the card.
No, absolutely.
Because these things are precious
Well,
to
yeah,
me.
like you said, you are doing it because you are a collector and you like it and you appreciate kind of what it was for your childhood, which I think is probably the best way to do this stuff. It's just looking at it from the economic, there's a lot of things to play, and it's really interesting. So
it's interesting to learn about.
Yeah, it really is. And then, so with this one then, how much does it cost to get something graded?
It depends. It depends on the service you go for. There's 3 very prominent grading services.
Okay.
There is Professional Sports Authenticators, which is PSA.
Okay.
There is CGC, which is the one I go for. And then there is Beckett, BGS.
Okay.
And PSA is the most common, most collectible.
They would be the circle.
Huh?
Yeah. It's a reference to what he talked about earlier about the circle, the star, and the triangle, the diamond. Let's see, how's the callback?
PSA.
You don't seem impressed by that. I thought it was great. Thanks. I was trying to show in a witty way that I was paying attention to you, Ryder. You're welcome. Unappreciated.
Since we're jumping to that, this is a PSA card.
Okay.
The only grading service I don't have any cards from is Beckett.
Okay.
But PSA is often viewed as the most like collectible. It's been around the longest, and so a lot of people want and prefer PSA graded cards. And then CGC is a bit more recent to the card game. They are more, the C stands for comics. They are more known for grading comics.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
And Beckett...
Which C is for comics? The first C or the second C?
Probably the first one.
Okay.
I don't actually know.
The C stands for comics. Okay, sure. Which one?
It doesn't say on the
no,
thing.
It's fine.
I feel bad.
No,
and then Beckett is just another one. But Beckett and CGC are typically viewed as grading harsher than PSA.
Okay.
And
yeah, I'm noticing that this one you don't have the breakdown of the different things.
Yes, and that's a thing. To your point of how much does it cost, especially right now after like the trading card had this like big boom in the last couple of years.
Right.
Like PSA got slammed. Like they were just drowning in like millions of card submissions.
So many hollows.
And, like everyone was sending in every card. That people were sending in like code cards from Pokemon packs that are modern that just have like a code to unlock a card on the online trading card game.
Wait, really?
People were sending those in to get graded.
That's amazing.
And so they had to kind of change their pricing.
Yeah.
So right now, to send in a card at PSA, right now to send in a card to PSA in their regular non-express grading service, it's $100 a card.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
Oh, that's a lot.
At CGC, their regular service, I think, is around $35 a card.
Okay.
But I typically go express, which gets back to you a little bit faster. That's about $60 a card.
Okay.
And so if you're sending in like 10 cards.
That adds up
like
in a hurry.
Yes. So that's why like it's very important to point out, a lot of people talk about Pokemon cards, especially the vintage stuff, as like a money-making scheme.
Yeah.
Like some people view it as an investment. Some people view it as a get-rich-quick scheme.
Yeah.
And it's very important to know that every single step of this process is a gamble.
Yeah.
I've said this before on my channel, like buying a box of card packs to get a pack that has a holographic in it, that's a gamble.
It's a lottery ticket. It's a very expensive lottery ticket.
Opening that pack to see if it has the holographic you want is a gamble.
Yeah.
Then sending that card in to get graded is a gamble that you also have to then invest more money into.
Yeah.
And then you know what it comes back with. Every single step of the process is a gamble, which is why I always really like to point out that if you're thinking of getting into the Pokemon trading card game just for the sake of making money, you're not going to have fun.
Yeah.
And you're not going to get your return on investment, especially if you go the route of like buying and opening vintage product, because that stuff is sealed value is more valuable than the cards themselves in a lot of cases.
Okay, so So you're saying like, hey, if I bought a pack, right? The right pack.
Let's take a look at this. Yeah.
Yeah. If I bought this pack, right?
Yes.
You're saying I shouldn't open it. I should keep it like that.
Well, that's where we get into some of the next parts, because packs in the vintage world can be weighed.
Okay.
And so packs in the world of vintage Pokemon didn't have these like code cards that I was talking about.
Yeah.
The code cards are in modern packs to offset the weight of a pack because holographic cards have extra layers of foil on them, which make the pack weigh more.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah. So
the foil, like the little like bits of foil that go on, that's nuts.
So an individual pack of Pokemon cards that has no holographic in it from the vintage world before they tried offsetting it could weigh 20.7 grams.
Okay.
That had a holographic in it, it could weigh 21 grams even.
Wow.
It's
so the 0.3 difference
yes, exactly.
is like, you've got a holo. That's nuts.
So in the world of Pokemon, if you're looking for packs, there are going to be people who will say unweighed, light, heavy. You'll see like...
Really?
Yeah. When people are selling packs,
yeah,
they'll say like, oh, it's unweighed or it's heavy. And if it's heavy, they'll usually show... If they say it's heavy or light, they'll usually show it on a scale like this.
Really? And you'll see
weight.
the data. Yeah. That's nuts.
So I don't know if the light...
Oh, I love how scientific that is. That's so cool.
I thought you'd get a kick out of that. So this is the kind of scale that you would typically use. And like...
My mind is so blown.
I'll take this out of its little casing. This is
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Are you sure you can do this?
Yeah, this is fine.
Okay.
So this is a base set Shadowless pack that I have in my collection.
Base set Shadowless pack. Okay, that's 2.
Yeah.
Okay,
so
see?
Yeah, he's getting it.
I need to think through it, but I'm getting it. Okay.
So this is a sealed pack.
Yeah.
And you take a scale like this.
Yeah.
And you need a specific one that has decimal places to the 2s.
Yep. Okay. The hundredths.
Yeah.
Position.
2 decimal places.
The hundredths.
You're the math guy. And
hundredths.
You take the pack, you put it on the scale.
Yeah.
And it weighs it out. So this is weighing about 20.63.
That feels light to me.
It is.
Okay, that is a light
I
one.
purchased it light.
Okay.
With the purpose of keeping it sealed.
Okay.
So.
So based on what you just told me.
Yeah.
I would assume that the rare card that's in there would be a non-holographic. So
Exactly.
I'm looking at like a Dragonair or a Lass potentially.
Yes, exactly.
Or an Imposter
Professor Oak. Yeah.
Professor Oak.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
And
cool.
getting
I feel good. I'm learning.
I feel like
great.
Getting trainer cards in a Shadowless pack is also like extra of a bummer because you can't really. There's no like drop shadow to even tell the difference as far as I can tell.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
I'm gonna get this like. Ask me questions while I try and.
No. I'll let you. I'll let the camera just capture what's happening here.
Dead air. Dead air.
Cue the crickets.
I'll do this off screen.
No, this is great. This is quality content.
Ask me questions.
This is great content that's happening right. So wait, okay, I do have a question, and we kind of skipped ahead before I got a chance to ask it. So when you get your cards graded,
yes,
you are putting them in the mail and sending them?
Yes.
That's scary to me.
Exactly.
I feel like that. You're talking about all the gambles. I feel like the biggest gamble is literally taking this $214,000 card that I just unwrapped, sticking it in the old post office box, and being like, all right, here we go.
Oh yeah, it's very scary. And like I've only got.
Do you get can you get insurance on that sort of stuff?
I don't know actually. Like I mean, there's like insurance
there
on.
must be like mail insurance, right?
Like registered mail kind of things like that.
That's crazy.
But,
I would be so nervous about that.
Here, let's start.
Yeah.
Doing something like this. So.
So real quick here, before you move on to this box, because I see a big box, I see that you have a pack there in its package, a pack within a pack within a pack.
This is what's called a blister pack.
Okay.
So it's like a little blister of plastic on like a back thing.
Little pinball of plastic.
So these are called blister packs.
Yes.
This is what would have been hanging on the wall in 1999
right.
of a base set pack. And you can tell that this is an unlimited pack, like the cards we were looking at before.
Okay.
You can tell by the pack itself. Mm-hmm. So what we were looking at earlier was a Shadowless pack.
Yes.
And it's great that these are both Charizards.
Oh, they are different.
Yeah, you can tell the trading card game logo.
Yes.
On unlimited pack is always at the top.
Okay.
And on Shadowless, it is more likely to be at the bottom. And like the font sizes and colors are a little bit different.
More likely? So it's not guaranteed?
Yeah. You can get a pack like this that looks like this.
Okay.
And it could potentially have unlimited cards in it.
Oh, weird. Okay.
Like typically, this kind of pack is a guaranteed Shadowless because the logo is at the bottom.
Yes.
You can see the foil crimps at the top and bottom are longer.
Oh, yeah.
Those are usually surefire signs that this is a Shadowless pack.
Okay.
So I'm confident enough to say that this is Shadowless without opening it.
Okay.
But this, when the logo is at the top and the crimps are shorter, that's guaranteed unlimited.
Okay.
So that's like a good example of like the difference. And like a first edition pack would look exactly like the one that I just showed, but would have a first edition stamp on it.
Okay.
So this is what they would have looked like back in the day on the wall.
So you could have a $400,000 Charizard in there.
Well, not the $400,000. That's a first edition one.
Sorry. Okay. See. Okay.
I have to call you out because you've gotten into like trying to learn it.
No. This is great. Okay.
So this is an unlimited one.
Unlimited. Okay.
A first edition pack would
Yes.
like a first edition heavy pack might cost into the 20K range.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Like they're pricey, and they've only gotten price. If they are heavy, then there's a much higher chance that there's a holographic in it, so people are going to pay more.
And so at that point, wow. And so it really does. So to your point about like everything's a gamble, like it really is a gamble because like, all right, I'm dropping 20K on this pack of 11 cards. There's one, maybe holograph. You don't know, but it weighs heavy.
Yes.
So if I open it,
I've opened heavy packs before that had a trainer card in the rare slot.
Oh no!
That's one of the things. Weighing a pack is not a surefire game because the weights of the packs can fluctuate. It is usually the only way to guarantee a heavy pack is if it is weighed against other packs in the same box that it came out of.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yes. Because that Charizard that I pulled earlier came from a pack that weighed under 21 grams. And 21 grams is usually like the threshold viewed as being heavy.
Yeah.
So it's all a gamble. It's all way too expensive.
Yeah.
Don't just buy the singles cards.
Right, right. Well, yeah, because so like going back to that example, right? So like I paid $20,000 for my lottery ticket because it's a lottery ticket, right? And I open it up. And I get a lass.
First, like that would be a first edition last card.
Yes.
Still, like there are people who would see that and say, "Oh, it's worthless." It's not.
Okay.
It's got value.
Yeah.
And if you got that graded and it came back a 10, it would still be worth a decent chunk of money.
Okay.
But I don't think it would recoup. It wouldn't necessarily recoup the value of the pack you bought.
Okay.
Like and like every card has some inherent value.
Of course.
Every single card has some inherent value. They're not just sticky notes.
Right.
And so.
What if I got a first edition Magikarp?
If it came back,
is that worth something?
If it came back a 10, potentially.
Okay.
But like it's first edition cards, even non-graded, are worth more than you might expect.
Okay.
Like a first edition, uncommon Charmeleon, not graded in like kind of raw condition, not like the best condition, could still cost like $60.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
okay.
like first edition cards are always worth more.
Yeah.
Because it's a very limited print run, especially in base set, because that's the very first version of the Pokemon cards in America ever.
And so all the holographics are valuable, but then like Charizard is just most valuable because like the starter 3 are most valuable, and then Charizard is just like the most because that's what the demand is.
Yeah, it's dictated by what people want.
Okay.
Like in modern packs, there are some cards that are more rare to pull. Like there's secret rares and ultra rares and things like that. But in the old days with this stuff, it was just like every holographic is seeded 1 in 3 packs.
Okay.
You buy a box of cards. It has 36 packs in it. You are likely to get 12 holographics.
Oh wow!
And
that's not a lot.
And you weren't guaranteed anything beyond that.
Yeah.
And this is all going to play into something we do later.
Okay.
You're not guaranteed like a Charizard in a box of cards. Okay. You're not guaranteed a Venusaur in a box of cards.
Yeah.
You're just guaranteed that 1 in 3 of those packs will have a holographic.
Wow. Okay.
In some modern sets, it's like things are seeded a little bit more graciously. Like, you might be guaranteed like 2 secret rare cards or ultra rare cards in a box.
Yeah.
But what they are, you have no idea. There's so many different types of cards in the modern game that it gets a lot harder to figure out. For an introduction of just like looking into this is a good starting point.
Yeah,
I'm
learning so much.
Like, it's the most nostalgic. It's kind of the simplest form of the game that we've had so far, and it's the one people talk about the most.
Right.
Like,
yes.
I don't necessarily love that the talk around Pokemon cards is so focused on monetary value.
Yeah.
But when you're trying to understand why it's been so big in the last few years, you have to know this stuff.
Right.
Because that's what people are talking about.
Right.
Like, no one is buying these specific cards to play with them.
Right.
Because the actual Pokemon TCG, unless you are specifically playing by the rules of when you were a kid, it's completely changed.
It
like
doesn't even apply anymore.
every few sets, like things get cycled out of the game. Like most recently, recent packs, which we might see in what we're doing later, the rare cards are called V cards.
Okay.
Yes, they're called V cards.
That's amazing.
And then the step
unfortunate.
And then the step up, they're called V Max cards, which is like in Sword and Shield when you Dynamax a Pokemon,
Okay,
they get really big. Those are called V Max cards, and they're a little bit more rare. Then recently, the most recent set that is at the time of filming this coming out very soon, called Brilliant Stars, they've introduced a new thing called V Star, which is a different mechanic that's going to kind of be like cycling out V Maxes and replacing them.
Okay.
So like, the mechanics of the game, even though I don't play it, I know change pretty commonly. Yeah. It's like the meta. Like in the world of Yu-Gi-Oh, there's like consistent ban lists coming out of cards that are banned from tournament play.
Yeah.
And so it's just like, when it comes to cards like these, no one really plays with them. Like, even back in the day, there were kids who played with them, but most kids just liked to have the cards.
Yeah, absolutely right.
So
they were just fun to have.
Yeah,
I remember.
So, it's just like a good thing to know.
What's expert level, advanced level, and starter level? I saw that on there.
I don't know.
Cool. I was just curious. You are an expert.
I think maybe like starter level might have been for like, they made boxes back in the day. In 1999, it was like, we've got a box that has a starter deck for 2 players, a little extra deck, and a pack.
Yeah.
And that might have been like a starter experience because it's built for the beginning of your time playing the game.
Interesting.
And then this is like, it's just a single pack.
Okay.
You're just delving into like buying a single pack.
Okay. Expert.
Like
so
I could be wrong there. Like,
clearly expert levels.
I'm not an expert, but I know a lot. I've learned a lot over the last year, and there are gaps in my knowledge, but this is just what I've learned.
This pack contains 11 tradable game cards.
Yep.
10 and up. Wow.
Yeah.
Train with all 4 theme decks: Brushfire, Blackout, Overgrowth, Zap.
Yep.
Oh, I remember Zap.
Zap?
Yeah.
I have a few of the boxes for those back at my place. And the thing about these is that because they're in a blister pack, as far as I know, there's not necessarily a way to weigh them.
Right.
So there could be a Charizard in this pack, and I would never have any clue.
That's wild.
Like,
choose your favorite Pokemon from. Who do you choose? Here.
Yeah, we should maybe show it.
Who do you choose? It's all up to. It's not actually. It's up to random chance.
Yeah.
That's the whole point of this. Who do you choose? Open it up. It's
should we call 800-324-6496? Should we see what that does?
And it says on the back, premium card odds approximately 1 in 33.
Yep.
That's interesting. That says
so a lot of packs do have. Are you actually gonna call? I think. Does it say it on the? Does it say it on these? Like, the back of the packs typically have the odds on them as well.
Well, because like you said, if you are buying a lottery ticket, they are required.
Is this still Wizards of the Coast's number? Oh my god.
No response.
Okay. That's another thing to point out. This era of Pokemon cards was made by Wizards of the Coast, who make Magic the Gathering.
Right, yeah.
And
do they not do that anymore?
No.
I saw Wizards on there, and I just assumed that
Pokemon.
Oh, that's the card guys. Yeah.
Pokemon was made by Wizards of the Coast
right.
from 1999 through to the 2003, very early 2000s.
Okay.
The very first set that was made, there was like some licensing issues, and they made the Pokemon TCG up towards Gen 3. So the very first set that they did not work on was the Ruby and Sapphire set.
Okay.
And at that point, it was just done by Nintendo and the Pokemon Company.
Yeah.
And that's who has done it ever since.
Okay.
So a lot of times you'll hear people talking about vintage Pokemon and you'll hear them say Wizards of the Coast era. They're talking specifically about base set through to like a set called Sky Ridge, which was released in like the early 2000s, right before Gen 3.
It's like speaking a different language. That's great.
That set is expensive.
Really?
Sky Ridge, the very last set that Wizards of the Coast made for Pokemon, has a specialty Charizard in it. Those packs cost like $1,000+ per.
Wow. The packs.
Yeah, individual packs.
Wow.
Yep. Very expensive.
Just because it's the last ones that they did? Like
it's the last Wizards of the Coast set. It was during that era where Pokemon wasn't quite as popular and Yu-Gi-Oh! Was maybe like taking up a little bit more of the market. And so they weren't printed as heavily.
Okay.
Cards during that era didn't have 11 cards in a pack. They had 9.
Yeah.
There was a lot of like things where like it's just rarer these days.
Right.
And it's like... And it's funny because you go back and you watch, like, there are plenty of, like, really great Pokemon channels on YouTube that have been doing this for a long time. And you go back and you see someone be like, oh, I just bought Skyridge packs in, like, 2017. And, like, these cost me $100 each.
Yeah.
And it's just like,
you're like, oh, man.
oh, no.
Who do you speaking of, you've mentioned other channels before. Like, who do you recommend checking out?
Well, the thing that got me into it was, you familiar with Max Mofo?
Yes.
He has a Pokemon channel, Max Mofo Pokemon.
Really? I didn't know
Really entertaining. Like, really entertaining openings. He mainly does modern stuff.
Okay.
And then the other channel that I watch the most is a guy named Leonhardt.
Okay.
And he opens a lot of the vintage stuff. Right around the time of the Logan Paul thing, he opened a first edition base set pack and pulled a Charizard out of it on his YouTube channel.
Oh, wow.
It was a big moment.
Yeah.
And he also, like did a thing with Logan Paul leading into his first big box opening that he did for charity. Leonhardt does vintage openings all the time. He opens the modern stuff, and he does a lot of charity work every year. Around the time that the St. Jude was happening, he was doing a charity event where he sent base set 2 packs, which is base set reprinted like a year later.
Okay.
To a bunch of different YouTubers, and they would open them on the stream
that's cool.
To kind of like draw attention to a charity event that he was doing for NAMI, Mental Health Association.
Okay.
And he recently did an event in Texas that was like a pop-up shop where he would sell these packs for like kind of close to their original market value, which was like $3.99.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Yeah. So,
wow.
So he does a lot of stuff with the vintage stuff. If you're interested in that, that's a great channel.
Cool.
But most of the time I just watch Max Mofo because he's ridiculous.
Nice. Awesome. All right. So we've talked about individual cards.
Yeah.
We've talked about the packs.
Yeah.
We've talked about the blister packs.
Blister.
Next up.
So this is going to look...
Ripping them open?
This is going to look fancier than it actually is. But
I'm assuming I can't rip them. Like, I'm assuming you have to have like scalpels and knives and things.
Well,
okay.
We can be a little rowdy with these because this
two little cups of blood on the couch, getting rowdy.
Couple of rowdy blood cups.
Call back.
Right. So this looks like a base set box.
Okay. Yes.
But I bought it empty. It's just full of modern packs.
Okay.
Like,
cool.
So don't get your pants in a twist. This is just modern packs that I put in a fancy box that looks cool.
Okay.
So
to train me on opening.
Yeah, I brought a smattering of modern packs from different sets.
Does the box tell you anything? Like what? Like if I saw like base one
yes,
box.
Yes, actually. So this is a shadowless box, and you can tell that primarily by this Charizard on the right side.
It does seem like it has a drop shadow, so I would actually question whether or not that's shadowless. That seems like a pretty solid drop shadow.
All right.
Just calling it like I see it.
So,
shadowless.
First edition.
X to doubt.
First edition and shadowless boxes have this specific Charizard on the box, and the art on the top here is a little bit more zoomed in. But unlimited boxes, the third more common print run, they have a different Charizard, the wing color is different, etc. There's a lot of like different specific things with the box, and there are some people out there who like to take these empty kind of boxes and reseal them.
Okay.
And so people have to do their due diligence before buying a box like this.
Wait, so they will sell the empty box and just like
Yeah, I mean, I got this box empty with that Shadowless pack
Right,
off of eBay.
But you knew it was empty. Like,
Yeah.
Are you saying people will scam?
Yeah, people take empty boxes.
They're the worst.
People take empty boxes, or sometimes they take fake boxes.
Okay.
And fill them up with searched packs, which are legitimate packs that they've just gone through and found the rare card, taken it out, and then sealed it back up.
Oh, no way.
Or they just fill it with G.I. Joe packs or something like that.
That's terrible.
You saw the Logan Paul thing?
Yeah.
He bought what was supposed to be a case of 6 first edition booster boxes.
Okay, so 6 of not this specifically, but like stuff that looks like this.
6 first edition versions of what this box represents.
Right.
And they were all supposed to be sealed.
Uh-huh.
There were questions about its authenticity. They opened it up. The boxes were clearly fake. Like, it looked like they were made on copy paper.
Really?
And inside were packs of G.I. Joe cards.
Yeah.
and he paid $3.5 million for that case. So there are people out there who like to scam. And
that's terrible.
that's why it's like, it's very, very, very important to like know what you're doing if you ever want to get into this kind of thing. Like, eBay is kind of a risk. Like, I've been scammed on eBay before.
Okay.
And
are you able to get your money back? Like,
depending.
I return I feel like if someone's scamming you in the first place, they're not going to be likely to give you something.
But that's the weird thing. Like with that Logan Paul thing, these scams can go back a long ways.
Sure. Oh yeah, right. Because again, people haven't opened them, and so if it's like, well, I bought this for $3.5 million,
and these boxes were maybe worth a couple of $100 back in the early 2000s.
Right.
So it was a lot easier to buy one, open it up, and then reseal it, and then just let it sit for 20 years.
How do you reseal?
People sometimes people use glue. Sometimes people like use heat because that's how they're actually meant to be crimped.
Sense. Yeah.
But all that boiling down to just say like,
be careful.
If you're going into this, because people do those kind of scam things with the modern packs as well.
Right.
It's a rampant problem. But like this box is guaranteed to be like a box that had Shadowless packs in it.
Okay.
By this Charizard being on the side and things like that.
Interesting.
But basically, I bought this box on eBay because I thought it looked cool.
Yeah, of course.
And I filled it up with some modern packs.
Yes.
So
I'm assuming this is this is where you teach me how to actually open things.
Yeah.
And I'm assuming it is not as simple as like grip and tear.
Oh, kinda. I mean, you can be a little bit rowdier with these packs because these are modern packs that are worth a few bucks.
Call it rowdy. It's like you're like a 1920s cowboy. Like, hey, come on to the bar.
All right.
You're going down to the hoedown. We're gonna get a little rowdy tonight. Love it.
We'll get a bit rowdy with the hoedown tonight.
Especially with Pokemon.
Right? So
get rowdy with the Pokemon cards.
I've brought different sets.
Do I need to weigh them? Should I weigh them to know if there's a holographic inside?
You can.
Oh wait, no. You said that there's a secret card inside.
Yeah, there are little code cards. So let's start with these. This is a set called Vivid Voltage.
Yes.
It was released in 2020.
Okay.
And
recent.
So this is a very recent set. It's a Sword and Shield expansion.
Okay.
So you just, the way I do it, people do it different ways. I take the pack, just kind of get that little
triangle,
a little bit.
Yep.
Pull that, open that up, and then some people will rip it all the way down.
Yeah.
I just kind of do it a little bit.
Okay.
Pull the pack out, and then on the back here is a code card.
Okay.
So this
someone's gonna redeem that.
Yeah, and I mean this card, this QR code, this can get you a free pack in the online trading card game, and then I'm gonna set that to the side here, and we'll go through the pack first, and then I'll show you something else about that card. After.
Cool.
So usually, what you do with a modern pack, you take it, and you take 1, 2, 3, 4 cards from the back, and you put them to the front, so that.
Okay, sorry. The fact that you're just not like showing me cards is weird. Okay, you take 4 cards.
Put them to the front.
I'm so curious where this is going.
The rare card is the last card in the stack. So if you get a holographic, it will be the last card you see.
Oh, that's fun. So okay, so you're like saving the best
it's called the card trick.
Card trick.
So, and it puts the energy to the front. So you know, like.
Oh, so they're always packaged.
Yes.
So you always know that. Yeah. That's nuts. Okay.
So it puts the energy to the front and puts the rare card to the back.
See, I knew going into this. I'm like, there's gonna be something complicated about opening these.
And then you go through it.
You're like just shuffling it. Okay. Dark energy.
So you got a psychic energy.
Yeah, great.
You got a Sableye.
Uh-huh.
That thing.
Galvantula. Nice.
Go-Goat.
Oh, I love
Wooper,
Go-Go.
Nkata, Whismur. So these are the commons and uncommons. Drillbur.
There's that awkward CGI artwork paying off again.
And then a fun thing about modern sets is that every pack comes with a reverse holographic.
Okay.
So
a reverse holographic.
The card art itself is not hollow, but the rest of the card is.
Oh, wacky!
And then...
Wait, okay, so he's a rare.
Yep, so you can get reverse hollow rares as well.
Oh.
And then behind that is going to be your rare. And this pack, it was a non-hollow rare Dreadnought.
Okay.
And so that means this card is going to have a green back.
It's like he's doing a magic trick.
So
yeah, okay.
So green-backed cards.
Little dice. They all have greenbacks. No,
yeah.
Okay.
So code cards with a green back.
Yeah.
In modern packs typically denote that you are getting a non-hollow rare.
Okay.
And these, I believe, I haven't tested this out myself, but I believe these cards are thicker to offset the weight of having a foil card.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
Wait, so they print...
Because if you get a pack that, let's kind of set these off to the side. If you get a pack that has a different type of code card that has a back that is white and green, those mean you have a hollow or better. And typically, I've not weighed them myself. We can do that here to
Yeah, no,
right?
yes,
but,
please. I'd love to get scientific about it.
My hypothesis has always been that those are thinner cards to offset the weight of the thicker holographic.
That's nuts. Okay.
So next pack, we got another code there.
Okay.
Oh, that card's upside down.
Ooh, is that a rare? Did we get a rare? It's upside down.
It's just a weird factory thing. Sometimes factory errors happen.
Okay.
So we got a Darkness Energy.
Nice.
We got
an
Electric. We got a Charmeleon, my favorite Pokemon.
Yeah, Charmeleon. Look, and he doesn't look derpy anymore.
Yeah, right?
He's much more normal
Looks
looking.
normalish. Electrike.
Wait.
Oh.
Get him out of order.
Then Clefairy.
Oh, nice.
Phanpy.
Love
Yanma. Galarian Meowth. Then we have our reverse hollow rare. These are guaranteed in every pack, but they're not guaranteed to be a rare. So this is just a common.
Oh, okay.
And then on the back, we've got an Electros, which means this will be another green code card.
Oh, man. Okay.
So I want to get... so now let's jump to this. So that's what a typical modern pack is like.
Yeah.
Right now, I want to focus in on this, which is a Celebrations pack.
Okay.
This is the 25th anniversary celebration set that was released in October of last year.
Okay.
And the fun thing about these, they only have 4 cards in a pack.
Okay, so I can't shuffle off of the... I'm going to be shuffling 4 down to the
Yeah,
bottom,
right?
and it's just going to go perpetually.
Yeah,
Okay.
perpetual motion machine. So the fun thing about this set is that there are reprinted vintage cards in it.
That's cool.
To
Okay.
celebrate the 25th anniversary.
It's the name on the cards!
And that includes the base set Charizard, Venusaur, and Blastoise.
Oh, cool. Okay.
So I brought a bunch of Celebrations packs that we can kind of tear through.
Great.
And see if we can get a vintagey card.
Yeah, let's do it.
So
it's a mix of modern and vintage stuff?
Yeah.
Okay.
So there are cards specifically in this set that are like Celebrations exclusive.
Okay.
Every single card in a pack is holographic.
Ooh, oh, every single one is holographic?
Yep.
Yeah.
And so and because of that, every code card is white and green.
Ah.
So I want to, before we go through that pack.
Yeah, please.
I want to do this real quick.
Yeah, let's do the
I
experiment.
don't know if the actual weight, because of the light of the scale, will show up on the thing, but we'll just read it out.
Okay.
So this is a green code card. Let's take a look-see here. We'll just set it right there.
So this is the green one.
1.4.
Okay. Even. Yep.
And then we put the white one on there. See what that weighs. Oh, it's about this. It's
1.38.
1.38. So it's kind of the same. I've just always, whenever I pull them out of the card packs, I'm like feel these. Like I'm always like, this feels thinner.
Oh yeah, it definitely feels thinner.
And I'm like,
well,
that
and
has
also,
to be how it's offset.
Well, not only is it thinner, but like this feels a bit more raised and inky.
Yeah.
Than this.
Like it really,
like you can even tell in the print quality
it really
of it.
feels like there's something about the card that is just a little bit.
Well, you only did an N
thicker.
of 1, Ryder. You need more than 1 N.
1.41.
1.41. Okay.
1.40. It set.
Oh, did it set? Hold on.
Yeah, it settled.
Yeah, 1.4. Okay. Yep. Huh. No, I think you're totally right. I'd be curious to get another one of these and see, because I believe that. That feels like it's accurate.
I need to run more experiments on it myself,
Yeah.
but I just, when I'm opening a pack and I feel the code card as I'm pulling it off the back, I can usually be like, that felt thin.
Yeah.
That must be a white one. Huh. But now, let's actually go through the Celebrations pack. So, 4 cards.
Yes.
There's going to be 2 Celebrations cards that are just kind of like the equivalent of commons and uncommons.
Okay.
Then there's going to be a rare on the back. And if there is a subset vintage reprint, it's going to be the 3rd card.
Okay.
So what I like to do is I take the back card and just put it
Ooh,
here.
do a little slide.
So if there is a classic card, it's at the back.
There. Okay.
So we got a Groudon, Kyogre, and they all have the little 25th anniversary emblem
Oh, that's
on
cute. Yeah, little Pokemon. Pikachu.
Then we got a Zamazenta V. So this is the V card. This is what typical rare, like ultra rare cards these days look like. It's full art. It's shiny all over. And then we didn't get a classic collection of this one, Cosmog.
Oh, Cosmog.
You want to open the next one?
Yeah, yes. I'm nervous, even though these are not even the ones that are like the big fancy ones.
Scooch a
But
little
this is
bit
cool.
so
Okay.
you can get more in frame.
All right, so you flip it. You do your little triangle. Got my little triangle. I feel like I'm manhandling it.
That's fine.
It's not, but that's fine. Okay, here we go. I opened it.
Yep.
I
just rip it down. You
separate
can rip it
it
down
down.
all the way if you
Separate
prefer,
it a little bit.
and then just pull the cards out.
Okay, pull the cards out.
Now pull from the back. It doesn't really matter.
Got a green and white.
Yeah. Well, they're all going to be green and white in this set because every card is a
because
rare.
they're all okay.
So it doesn't matter if you expose the color of the card early.
Okay,
Then you
so
take
now- then I
one,
do
put it in the. Yep, there you go.
like that.
Flip it around and go through it. You got an Yveltal.
Cosmog again.
Yeah.
Oh man, I'm already getting to.
There you go.
Yeah, classic.
Yeah, so this is a remade, I should say, version of the base set Pikachu.
Cool.
And they gave it like a full art, and you can see in the background there's a Caterpie.
Yeah, Caterpie back there. Yeah,
there's a
and he's
bunch
got
of
the
the-
red cheeks.
Yeah.
So he's a misprint.
Not
It's
technically
a
in this set.
reprint of the misprint. A
Kinda.
reprint of the misprint of the first print.
Don't confuse people.
They've
But
come on this journey along with me.
This is one of the like rarer cards in the set. Yeah. Well, it's like it is a rare. It's like a special card.
Yeah.
If you open a lot of Celebrations, you'll end up with a lot of these.
Don't take my victory away from
No,
me, Ryder.
absolutely not.
Don't rip this away.
And then the last card is a Xerneas. So this card slot would be where a classic collection card would be.
Okay.
Which we should hopefully, we got like 40 something packs, so
Right,
we should
okay,
get to one eventually. So let's just kind of trade off here.
Wait, so why is he not a classic collection
Because
card?
this is a reimagined version.
It's a rearrange.
A classic collection card will
Yeah.
be a full reprint of exactly what the card looked like back in the day.
Okay, that makes sense to me.
I ripped that one a little bit poorly. So
It's okay. I understand.
and then let's just pull that out. So this is pack number 3 of Celebrations. See the code.
Okay.
Put 1 to the middle. And then we got a Cosmo M. We got another
Xerneas,
Xerneas.
man, we're getting a lot of doubles.
Solgaleo.
Okay.
There's only 50 cards total in the set.
Oh, okay, that makes
so
more sense then.
it's a much smaller set. So this is a Reshiram. So this is kind of like, your like lower tier in terms of pulls pack.
Yeah.
But every single card is hollow. Every single card is a rare. So it's still really cool.
Everything is rare.
Exactly.
Right.
When everything is rare, nothing is rare.
Exactly.
This is your pack.
Is that a concern when it comes to like the grading stuff, especially, right? Like now that there's so many people flooding the marketplace with all of this. Like you said, if everything is rare, nothing's rare. And so I look at those cards that you are getting graded and I'm like, wow, that's an 8.5.
Yeah, so there might be, you can go on the PSA website and look at the population reports of graded cards. So, what?
Don't worry about it, it's fine.
What did you do?
Don't worry about it, it's fine. Tell me about population reports.
Let's say you want to look at a let's say you want to look at a base Charizard.
Yeah.
You can go on the PSA site and you can see that card's population report in every single grade. So there are like, let's say there are 20 PSA 10s or like 120 PSA 10s, but there might be like 1,000 PSA 9s. That plays into the rarity of the card. It's like, not only is that card rare, it in a 10 is rare. So we got a Dialga, we got a Cosmo M, we got a Lunala. Whoa! Okay, that's a big one. This is one of the biggest cards in the set.
Wait, really?
Yes.
Yeah!
This
Okay, cool, yes.
So this is a Gold Star Umbreon.
Okay.
Gold Stars were a rarity of card during like Gen 3.
Okay.
That were like super rare to get.
Really?
And so this is a classic collection. If you touch it, you can see it's textured.
I was gonna say I noticed that this one has a wacky texture to it, which is actually really nice.
All the classic collection cards are gonna have that.
Yeah, it's like a fingerprint.
So this is a reprinted
Cool.
classic collection card, and it's one of the best ones in the set.
Yeah! Yeah.
So
That's
good
exciting.
job on that poll.
Thank
We'll put
you.
it over
I
there.
worked really hard.
So it can stay on screen.
Nice. Cool.
So
I love
good
that
job.
texture. That's really cool.
Good job on that one. I've only pulled that one like twice.
Hey.
And I've been opening these for a while.
Yeah.
So
How much is an individual pack of these?
You can't buy them individually.
Oh, you can't. You buy them in a box?
Unless you go like through like the kind of secondhand market.
Okay, yeah.
And the market price on those can tend to change. But usually you get them in collection boxes that might cost like $50 or something like that. Palkia. I like Palkia. You got the good pack there. You got the good pack there. So
thank you.
Here's your
Thank
next
you for
one.
sharing it. He planted it for me. He had weighed all these in advance, and he's like, "Oh, this is the one that Matt's
I
gonna
wonder if you could weigh Celebrations packs because there's so few cards in them.
And
I
also
really don't know.
It's super light, so
Yeah. I actually don't know. But again, you can't buy them in booster boxes. You can't buy them individually. So there's no real way of weighing a pack like before you buy it or anything like that.
Okay, so this guy goes away.
Yep.
Boop.
Flip.
Flip.
Bring it up a little bit, like maybe up here.
Boop. Switch.
One to the
Switch.
center.
There you go.
Flip it over.
There you
Ho-Oh.
go. Oh!
Xerneas.
Got a lot of Xerneas right now.
Yeah. Lunala.
Okay.
I don't think we've seen that one yet.
And
Yveltal.
Oh, man.
So another like kind of basic pack.
right. But they're all rare, Ryder.
Yeah, they're all
They all
holographic,
got the
they're
they all
rare.
got the star.
I think that's cool. And then move on to the next one.
Cry of destruction.
Cry of Destruction.
The most metal sounding attack ever. Cry of destruction.
It's a Megadeth song.
It is.
Could be. All right. So I think this might have a classic collection card in it.
Yeah, you feel it?
I can usually tell by the corners.
Wait, really?
Yeah. So we'll see if I'm right here.
This would be wild if you're
Palkia.
right. Okay.
Reshiram. Oh, we got another Pikachu.
Pikachu.
Birthday Pikachu. I was right.
What?
I was right.
How did you know?
So if you look at the corners of this, it's very, very rounded, where the corners of this is kind of squared off.
That's insane.
And this is something I've only noticed just from opening a lot of this set.
That's insane.
So this is a really cool card. Because
It is a very cool
This
card.
was a promo back in the day that you would get, and you would write your name on it when it was your birthday.
That's adorable.
And it says, birthday surprise. If it's not your birthday, this attack does 30 plus damage. If it is your birthday, flip a coin. If heads, this attack does 30 plus damage plus 50 more damage.
Oh, wow.
So, like, this was super overpowered.
That's so
immediately
funny.
banned.
Yeah, of
but
course.
It's a classic promo card.
As long as you're playing it on your birthday.
Pikachu,
Right.
yeah. When I was coming around to LA for the St. Jude stream, I brought one of those with me because the day after the stream was my birthday.
Yeah, right. Oh,
so
that's
it's
right.
just
You
like
brought
just to
birthday
have
Pikachu.
one with me.
Just in case someone wanted to
There you
challenge
go.
you.
So
That's so cool.
look at how bright and colorful that is.
That's a great card.
Yeah.
Oh, here. So you always draw from the top, right? I'm assuming too.
I
Like,
mean,
you
it
wanna
doesn't
feel
really
from the top?
matter. It's just how I prefer to do it.
Yeah. That's what I'm doing wrong.
What are you doing?
I get it, because when I pull things open, I pull it like this. But if I
Oh.
pull straight back, that's where you get the triangle.
Yeah.
I
there you
keep
go.
the thing that I keep having to like run away in shame from is the fact that I keep like ripping the packs.
Oh, I've done it too.
I just like mangle them to all get out.
Mangle?
That's a different. We're not talking about that here.
Not today.
Not today. Up ho
Oh.
ho oh oh.
Copyright. You gotta stop where you're at.
Okay.
Okay.
Hide this thing. Hide this one.
Pull it back.
Boop. Flip.
And you put one into the middle. Let me see the corners.
Wait, I was gonna say. This is not. I'm gonna say this is not.
You think it's not?
No,
I'm
because
gonna-
the corners are squared.
I'm gonna say I'm gonna not look.
Ooh, wait, hold up. Are the corners? I'm trying to see if there is something to Ryder's theory here.
Well, I know there is.
Oh,
but
you do know there is?
I know.
Okay.
I've opened enough of this to see like the pattern. But
okay,
I'm choosing to not look.
I'm gonna say it is.
Okay.
Actually, now that I've examined it a bit closer,
Remember to put it back so people can see.
I think it is. Oh, yeah, I'll get there.
Just pulling it off camera.
Okay.
Ho-Oh. Lugia. We got the boys. Oh, we got a Zamazenta V, and I think you might have something behind there. Yeah, Tapu Lele GX. You had it
Yeah,
right.
was I right?
Yeah,
That's
this is
all-
a classic collection card. This is one of the more modern reprints. I think this is maybe from just like the Sun and Moon era. But this is I think this is one of the harder ones to pull, even though it's not like even though it's not like one of the like more sought after,
Right.
I think it's just seated lower. So 3 classic collection pulls so far. That's really good. Plus the Zamazenta.
I just saw that and I was very confused. I'm like, I don't know how I'm supposed to react to again,
right?
Because it doesn't look like this. I see and I'm like, oh, that feels like a classic card.
Yeah.
This I totally believe. Like I'm like, oh, I can see that being like an older classic card. This I'm like, I have no idea what this is supposed to be.
The cards that were reprinted aren't just like oh, it's valuable. Oh, it's
no, of course.
It's usually pulled from iconic cards that were also very playable.
Okay.
So like there's a Clay Doll reprinted in the classic collection set that if you're just a collector you might look at and be like, why is that there?
Yeah.
But it was very playable when it was announced, when it was first released. So this pack we got a Cosmog, we got a Dialga,
hey,
we got a Mew, and Xerneas EX. So this is another classic collection. Yeah, this is like Fruit Loops. This is like a Fruit Loops card.
Right, these are so colorful.
Bright.
They're like, what are
bright.
What are the brightest cards that we can possibly use?
Like there are classic collection cards that are like kind of common to get. Like there are trainer ones. Like Imposter Professor Oak is a classic collection reprint in this, and that's pretty common to get.
Yeah.
But we've gotten some really good. We've gotten like really good ones so far. Like this is a great set of pulls from these. And
how many total are there again, you said?
25 in the classic collection and 25 in the main set.
That makes sense. What about Mew? I'm excited about Mew.
This is a good one to get from the main set.
Okay.
But there's also there's a shiny Mew, which is the best card in the main set.
Okay.
It's a big gold card and Mew is blue on it.
Oh, cool.
So, it's like a shiny.
Yeah, right.
So
that's awesome.
You can get shiny Pokemon cards as well. They've had those since Gen 2.
Okay.
There's a Shining Magikarp in this set that's a reprint.
Oh, that's fun.
So those are always fun.
Okay,
that would be a great pull to get, Shining Magikarp.
Yeah?
Yeah. That's a tough one to get.
Okay. Well, yeah, because it's Magikarp, man. Magikarp's
right.
Great. Okay.
Right.
Oh.
Lugia.
Ooh, I got a lot of birds.
Solgaleo. And Ground.
Oh, not as exciting. Oh, I should have checked the corners. I could have told you.
Probably.
Yeah, this one, I could have told you that, but retrospect.
So these I just got from a bunch of random collection boxes that I bought at Target.
Okay. Yeah, I was going to actually ask you, so like at this point, where do you go and get the various Pokemon cards?
Well, typically, during the height of the boom, they were getting really heavily scalped.
Yeah.
So if you went to Walmart,
I love
or
how
Target,
trained he is too, like with the perfect pose of there it is.
At Walmart or Target, they would be pretty hard to find. But these days, it's actually pretty easy to spot them. Target has a limit of 5 products per person per day.
Okay.
So
oh wow.
So you can go and get a decent amount of product, but it's limited so that it doesn't run out super fast. And this one we got. Gardevoir!
Oh, Gardevoir!
This is a great...
That's awesome.
This is a really good selection of the classic collection. None of this has been the base set stuff, but these are all really good ones to get.
Right, I'm like, oh, Gardevoir. I recognize that's
Gardevoir EX, that would have been probably in the actual original print date is at the bottom, so copyright 2006.
Oh, cool!
So this one would say copyright maybe 2000, 1990, 1995, 1996,
oh, that is so cool.
These cards are reprinted exactly as they came originally. The only difference is the texture, the 25th thing, and on something like this, they can't print Wizards of the Coast anymore.
Right, yeah, that makes sense.
Because they have nothing to do with it.
Nice. We have such a good collection here. This is exciting.
I really want to see if we can get that Charizard or a Venusaur or something like that as well.
So they are in here. So
yes.
Do you know how many cards per different generation there are?
I don't think they
it's
really
not like a number.
I don't think they split it up like that. I think they leaned heavier on the original stuff just because it was an anniversary set.
Yeah.
But they did want to represent a little bit of everything, so they got GXs, EXs, Gold Stars, things like that. So.
Okay, wait. So you do this thing.
Yeah.
You do a little pause there. You do the flip.
That way,
pause.
if someone watching wants to get a card pack on the online game, they can.
Oh, nice.
Because I'm not going to use them.
No, I was actually going to ask you, do you do those? But
no,
you don't.
Typically, you like to give them away when you make videos like this.
Oh, that's nice. Surfing Pikachu!
Surfing Pikachu V. So,
this is cool.
I think you have a classic collection behind there. Imposter
Professor Oak! Yes!
Good pack. So, Surfing Pikachu this is
adorable.
This is a V version of a classic promo Pikachu.
Okay.
Where he's surfing like that. And there's another one that's Flying Pikachu where he's got balloons strapped to him.
Oh, cool. Yeah,
and that's also in this set.
Oh, fun.
And then there are VMAX versions of this where Pikachu's really big.
Yeah.
And so hopefully we'll see those as well.
That's adorable.
But
I love that
we're
card.
doing great. We're doing really great on the classic collection pulls here.
Right? Imposter Professor Oak.
Yep.
I was talking about you earlier, buddy.
Yeah. I'm glad we saw one.
So are these things that, because these are like reprints and stuff, like you would not get these reviewed though, right? Like
Graded?
this isn't. Yeah, these aren't.
you
ones
could.
that- I mean, you could.
These are
right?
rare. These are the rarer cards in the set.
In this set, so if you
can get any card you want graded.
Okay.
Really.
Okay.
Like, there's no rules about it. There's one in here. I saw the edges.
Yeah, he's like, I know.
Palkia. Ooh.
Hey, Flying Pikachu!
Flying Pikachu.
We were just talking about you,
So
bud.
we got the matching, but
Look, we were just talking about you.
we got the one I wanted.
Okay, what?
Mew EX.
Oh, nice!
So this is not the Shining Mew.
Right,
This
I was
is the
gonna say this
reprint
is-
Mew, but this is an EX, so it would have been around the same time as this one. This was copyright 2006, so it's the same year as the Gardevoir.
Yeah.
I really like that card.
That's a great card.
I've actually got like a good set of graded Celebrations cards that I'm about to send off to be graded. When financially it makes sense.
Yeah, of course.
So there's the Flying Pikachu and Surfing Pikachu. Look how cute they are.
It's so funny.
I love the return of Chubby Pikachu.
Right?
So much.
It's so good. I love this design.
It's so cute.
Right? I love
And
how
that's the other
rowdy
thing
he
about
is.
Pokemon cards is that they're just cute.
They're really cute.
They're really fun and cute.
And super colorful. I love this.
So here's your next pack.
Thank you.
Man, what if we get like all of them? Like there's only 25 classic collection cards.
That would be a lot still.
We've got like some of the hardest ones to get here already. The Gold Star Umbreon.
Yeah.
The Gold Star Umbreon, the Charizard, and the Shining Magikarp are basically the hardest ones to get.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Venusaur and Blastoise are actually kind of common to get.
Really?
So I'm hoping we come across one.
That would be great.
But we're on our way. Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 out of 25.
Not bad.
That's not bad. Wow.
Not bad at all. Okay. Here we go.
Oh.
I swear I'm going to get better at this.
You really don't need to worry about messing up these packs. They're like it's
say that.
perfectly fine.
I've got to get my skills. Got to get my skills up. This will not have one based on the corners.
Okay.
This is my prediction because I've learned from Ryder
Right.
now. Ho-Oh. I feel like every time I open, I'm
Yeah, right.
required to get a Ho-Oh. Mew and
Lugia.
See? Called it.
Yeah.
Look at me. I know this now.
It's fun. That's one of the things that I find fun is like the pattern recognition.
Yeah,
of
this
it.
is cool.
See, I did it too.
Man, what a noob.
I don't mind
Who
it
are
that
you,
much,
Matt Pat? Jeez.
Right? So we got a code card if anyone wants it, and then we flip it one to the middle. I think there is one. Zekrom,
Okay.
Cosmo,
Yeah, you can really tell the difference in the corners, can't you?
Mew, Venusaur.
Yeah!
Yes!
Cool.
I love the Venusaur cards so much. I'm so glad we got one. I really like that. It's one of the more common ones.
Okay.
Like I've got
Sure.
probably like 6 of these back home, but I find it really cool to get. I love that we're getting so many of them.
These are great. I actually love the concept of this collection.
Yeah.
Because of how different the art styles are, and it's a good like historical view
Exactly.
of how the card game has changed and evolved over the
Changed
years.
and evolved.
It's really awesome.
So when we go over to the thing on my channel, we're
Yes.
going to be opening some actual proper vintage packs.
Yeah.
And I really want to get a Venusaur. Like if we don't get a Charizard or Blastoise, I want a Venusaur.
Okay.
Because that's one I didn't have when I was a kid. We had a Blastoise. We had a couple Blastoise, and my family is convinced we also had a Charizard.
Yeah.
But we could never find it.
Okay.
So
you can never find it,
yeah,
really.
but we never had the Venusaur. So I have been really into the Venusaur card ever since I got back into this.
This has one.
Kyogre.
I can tell you.
If it did, that'd be really cool. 2 Venusaurs in a row. Professor's Research. There you go.
Zapdos!
Rocket Zapdos from the Gym Challenge set from 1999 2000. This is another first gen card.
Really?
Yeah, so
You can tell based on the style, right?
yeah, and the copyright at the bottom. So
Oh, yeah, that's right.
8, 9. We're getting
Wow,
close to
we're doing
half.
great.
We've not gotten any duplicates on the classic collection.
I'm actually
either.
really impressed with that.
Like
that's great.
Wild. We've gotten no duplicates on the classic collection, and we are almost towards like the halfway point.
This is fantastic.
This is going really well.
Yes.
I don't know how much more time we have, but if we can go through the rest of
Yeah,
these,
sure.
like,
I mean,
we could
the thing is, we could always cut it, you know?
see how
trim
much
it down.
see how much of this we got. This is really good.
This is fantastic. These are so cool. I love these cards.
Palkia, I really like Palkia. He matches my shoes.
You have great shoes.
My shoes right now are like bright pink and blue.
They're beautiful shoes.
So it matches the Palkia
I'm very
card.
jealous of your shoes.
Reshiram, Mew, Luxray Level X. Come on, man. This is insane.
This is great.
This is one of the craziest celebration openings I've ever done, and I've opened a lot of this set. Wow. Luxray Level X. So this was a mechanic from this copyright 2009. So this would have been like Gen 4. Level X cards. There are Charizard Level X's. There are. It's just a different mechanic, a different level of rarity.
Yeah.
Like this is the equivalent of like the V's and EXs and stuff from this era. And man, this is going
fantastic.
really well.
So do you have all the cards for the Celebrations collection?
I have pulled every card at least twice at this point.
Okay.
Which is why I am like, if you want these, you can have them. If you want this little collection, perfectly fine with me.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's a little memento of this this little opening.
Oh man, I might do that.
I don't want to keep all of it. Like.
Well, but it is. I mean, it's your collection. I'm just here to serve. So, see, this is not right. This doesn't have one, unfortunately. I can tell. It's so funny, the corner thing.
Yeah, right. Is
wild.
It's a very interesting thing to pick up on, but I just noticed it after opening a number of packs. Lugia,
right, there it is.
There you go.
That's so fascinating.
Yeah. And we are going to sleeve these up. Don't worry. We're leaving them out for display purposes, but we've got all this equipment to sleeve and top load and protect these cards right off camera.
I'm not trained to do that yet. I'm still learning. I'm not allowed to protect them.
But that's why I got the playmat here. This is like good for laying cards on as opposed to like hardwood or something like that.
I guess that's the question. So like, this is standard practice for like a Pokemon card opening video, or you lay out kind of your big gets?
Yeah, you got a playmat, and some people lay them out, some people just sleeve them and take them off camera. And things like that. I like to kind of, if I can, we've got a setup here now that means that I can leave them out.
Yeah.
Usually I would like take them off to the side, but I think this looks really nice.
Yeah,
just because we've not been getting any duplicates,
right?
And we've been getting like all of them.
It's a really good display.
I think it's fun. So I don't think this has anything crazy in it, but I could be wrong. Dialga, Cosmoem. Ooh, here we go. So no collection. Classic collection here, but we got the full art version of the Professor's Research.
Yeah, I was going to say, I noticed the Professor's Research earlier, and I'm like, oh, that's a cool looking card.
Yeah, he's drawing off of the card.
Right.
So this is the full art version. So that's a thing in modern packs, is there are full art trainer cards.
Oh, interesting.
So this is the standard trainer, and then this is the full art, more rare version of it for like collector standpoint.
Oh, wow.
And I mean, you can still play this. I believe, let me take a look. Discard. Yeah, they have the same move. They have the same rules of it. It just is a more rare version of it.
That's so cool. I love that.
Yeah, and the one thing that bothers me, the original Japanese print of this card, the text is a lot shorter,
and so it doesn't overlap.
It goes over his freaking
It is
hair.
pretty wacky.
It annoys me a lot, actually.
How fun!
But
and every single trainer card has a full art version, or no?
Not every one.
Okay.
Select ones in a set will.
Okay.
Because there are a lot of trainers in sets.
Okay.
But yeah, I think that was a cool one to get because Professor Oak is the classic.
Professor Oak's great, and we also have his Imposter. So like the two of them hanging out together. I don't know.
Did you play Pokemon Snap a lot back in the day?
Oh, I love Pokemon Snap. Absolutely.
Welcome back.
So good.
When you get back to the menu, welcome back.
Have you played the new?
A little bit. I haven't had time to really dedicate to it.
Yeah.
What I'm waiting for is when the original gets put onto the Nintendo Switch Online thing.
Right.
I really want to play it again. That's my favorite Pokemon game. Ooh, we got the VMAX Surfing Pikachu.
Oh man, giant Surfing Pikachu.
So if we can find it in the stack. Here we go. Surfing Pikachu V, and then this is the VMAX. So in the
teeny board.
In the mechanic of the game, you have to have the V in order to play the VMAX.
Okay.
So like if you were opening cards to play and you just got the VMAX and you didn't have the V,
you'd be like, oh,
you kind of don't have anything to do with it. But these are slightly more rare than the others. That's a really I love his arms.
So funny.
It's like little shaky arms.
Yeah, the art. I actually. Again, because I never really was in this world, I never appreciated the artwork on these sorts of things.
Yeah.
But the artwork is actually really beautiful. It's really great.
Got a classic collection on the back. Rockets admin. So this is a
Yes,
trainer. This
good.
is another trainer.
Yes,
This is a very playable trainer from back in the day. This was from EX Team Rocket Returns 2004.
Yeah.
So another classic collection,
Rocket
non-duplicate.
admin.
Let's. I want to set this. I'm gonna put this in this stack because we'll leave this for just the classic. Again, no duplicates, and we're at 11. So we're
great.
almost halfway through the entire.
That's amazing.
The entire classic collection set. This is wild.
I think for the sake of time,
Yeah.
let's do maybe 2 more. We can open the rest off camera.
Yeah, of course. Anytime.
Who knows? I kind of want to frame these and like put them up. Like
Yeah.
it's really cool. Like they're really beautiful. I love
man,
this collection.
Man, you should see the actual Pokemon YouTubers that have done this for a while. The Pokemon Company sent them a framed thing with the entire classic collection.
No
in it.
way!
It was really cool. I wish I could have gotten
Oh,
something
that's
like that.
so awesome! What a great idea.
Yeah, but big anniversary thing. If I had been doing Pokemon card content earlier, I would
probably
have
gotten one.
desperately tried to get one
Yeah,
of those.
absolutely.
It's so, and they have your name printed on it. It's like a
that's so
YouTube
nice.
plaque.
Yeah,
It's so cool.
it's like a rite of passage. Oh, that's so cool.
But let's rip into this one.
Yeah. Let's do these, and then we'll kind of
more. Let's do a few more. We've been going at it for a little while. This has been a great opening, even though we kind of started in a very rambly place of like trying to figure out like how to explain this like 25-year world.
This was great.
Xerneas, Kyogre, Lunala, and
Look,
there's our first
double.
That's a good one to get as a double too, because from my experience, this one's a little bit tougher to pull.
Okay.
So how many more do you want to do?
I think I can wrap up with mine, and then you and I can maybe film the others later or something like that.
Do you want to film? We can just do them off camera if you want for fun.
I don't know. I'll figure it out.
All right. So
for this purpose, we'll
is this last pack?
Let's say this is last pack, but if we decide to do more later, we'll do that. Okay.
All right. So this could potentially be our last pack.
It could be.
We wrap things
We'll
up.
see. Okay.
Could this be Charmamazard?
Charmamazard?
When you get into the Pokemon scene, you hear a lot of people just refer it to the Zard.
Really?
You pull the Zard.
The Zard.
Remember when I was referring to pizza and I called it Za and you got really mad at me?
I was a little bit frustrated by that.
You got really upset. We were also playing Mario Party,
right?
And I was like purposely losing.
Oh, this one. Oh well, we can't end on this one.
No, you want to keep going? A little
I guess
bit?
we gotta do a couple.
That's the curse of Pokemon. When it's not a hit, you're just like,
big old surfing.
Pikachu, though.
Yeah,
Surfing Pikachu though. That's
right.
Fun. 2 more each?
Yeah, 2 more.
Or one more
each. Let's keep going.
So, I will let you choose your last pack from the stack.
Ooh, I'm going mid-stack.
So we've got a good amount left, but we're running out of time here a little bit. So we're going to just do 1 more pack each.
Okay.
And then call this a day. And if we get something good in the other packs, which we'll probably open off camera, we'll tweet about it.
Or you know what? Maybe we'll film it. Who knows?
Maybe
we'll cut it together.
We'll see.
The power of editing is a wonderful
I
thing.
think he's getting into it. I think I've got him hooked.
It's very satisfying.
Yeah, man. This is
like
fun.
Like you said, it's satisfying.
Oh, just wait until the next video we're gonna do.
The next one, I think I'm gonna be too nervous. Like this is fun because it's like
I'm very nervous.
Well, right. That's exactly it. So like I don't want to screw it up for you.
We got a Reshiram. We got an Yveltal. Oh, we got another Pikachu.
Yeah, classic.
Full art base set Pikachu and a Lugia. So we
man.
got 1 more pack. Can this be something crazy?
I don't know. We might have to go until we get like one more to add to our collection.
Oh, that's the game. That's how it always goes. He's hooked.
Just one more time. Just one more time. Just one more time. Here we go. Oh wait, no, wait. Oh no, I'm getting nervous when I'm throwing off everything.
Pull it
there,
off. Show it off.
There.
Set it off to the side.
Look, you're making me a Pokemon card tuber. Oh, this one doesn't have one either.
All right.
Sorry, spoiler alert. But I can tell now.
It could have a good middle card though.
It could.
Yeah, we got another Zamazenta V.
And then
there is a Zacian V. I just don't think we've seen it yet.
Yeah, we haven't seen it.
Zacian and Zamazenta, the legendaries for Sword and Shield.
One more, right? Hit me.
All right.
Hit me, right.
All right.
Thanks.
One for each. These are quick to go through though. Luckily.
They are. It is nice.
Because the other ones are like 10 cards a pack.
Right.
So it would be a lot slower to go through those. So if there's something good in this, we end on this. If there's not, we end on yours.
Yes, exactly.
And then at some point we have to call it.
Never.
No, ever. Cosmog. Cosmo M.
Servant who got a lot of big old surfers.
And Dialga.
Oh, God, we're gonna do this.
He's so into it. I love it.
All right, here we go.
That's
Look,
the thing. You get into it and you're like, oh, this will be fun and cute, and then you're just like, one more. Just one more.
Here we go. Boop.
Code
card.
For the online TCG.
Flip. This one doesn't have one either.
Did we go through all the best ones?
We did. We burned through them. There we go.
Oh, there's our Zacian. There's our Zacian V and a Palkia.
Hit me, Ryder!
Okay, fine.
Hit me!
He's hooked. He's hooked. We're having fun here.
It is. It's really fun.
This is really fun.
It's delightful.
Okay. Code. Oh, I went a little fast with that. Sometimes I just get too
Reward the people who are pausing it slowly, frame by frame.
Exactly, frame by frame. Lugia, Zekrom,
Flying Pikachu.
and Birthday Pikachu.
Yeah, Birthday
There we
Pikachu.
go.
Okay.
We got another.
Nice.
That's a good duplicate. That's a good duplicate to get.
Birthday card for both of us.
Yeah.
Here. And here's my guy. Whoop.
Charmander Hazard. Oh my god.
What? It's,
He lost his thunder.
there we go. It's fine. It's fine. I'm just drawing out the tension. Here it is. Dramatic reveal right here. Here's how it's going.
Get 2 more on the dock for when he inevitably asks for more.
Here it is. I don't know what you mean, Ryder.
Right?
I have no idea. That is not something that I do on this channel ever. Oh my gosh.
Half the runtime is you opening this pack, man.
Fine. We're all good.
I could open another one in the time it's taking.
Hey, you know what? Someone hasn't been dedicating all his life doing this. Okay, here we go.
I've only been doing this for a year.
They haven't dedicated. Okay.
Okay.
Cosmo M.
Let's scooch it up a little bit.
Right.
Flying Pikachu and Kyogre.
Ah, 2 more.
I've got one, but he wants to get one
I do kind of want one.
at this point.
I want one.
All
And
right.
plus, you keep chanting Charizard.
So here we go.
Okay, this is it.
Left or right?
I want left.
Take it.
Got it. Here, and I'm going to just prep my triangle.
If you want to go at the same time, we can.
I'm just going to prep my triangle.
Okay. Prep the triangle. All right. So, code card. 1 to the middle. And that's the thing.
Yeah.
If it doesn't have a classic collection,
Yeah.
it could still have like a Shining Mew or something in it. Which
That's
is a
true,
really big
which is also good.
Ho-Oh, Reshiram, Surfing Pikachu.
Man, we're
Relax,
getting the big boy.
Reshiram. No, Garchomp.
Garchomp!
Garchomp level X. That's another one, man.
There we go.
Yeah. That's a decent one.
Decent.
Right?
Yes.
I mean, it's not like the most iconic one, but it's still really cool.
Garchomp is actually Ollie's favorite Pokemon for
Really?
some inexplicable reason.
Oh, show him that card.
I will. I don't know if he'll understand what he's looking at
But
because it looks
he
different
likes
from what he's
Garchomp.
used to. But he does like Garchomp. Yeah, he loves the Chomp family, as it
Aw.
were. Here we go.
Groudon. Cosmog. Zamazenta.
Venusaur,
baby!
All right.
There we go.
All right, there it is.
That's enough.
There it is. I got my dramatic conclusion.
Look at how many packs we still have left.
We have a lot of packs
Yeah,
left.
this will be fun.
This is great.
I've got him hooked now.
You do.
So
You do have me hooked now.
We're gonna call it there for now. For
So,
this.
So of the real quick, of
Yeah.
the ones that we did not get, like,
Yeah.
So we got a large chunk of
1, 2,
the 25 that
3,
you were
4,
looking
5,
for.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We got 12, so we got about half.
Right, which is amazing. So who's kind of the big Charizard seems like the big one that we're missing.
We were missing Charizard.
Yeah.
Blastoise.
Okay.
Shining Magikarp.
Okay.
What actually were the other ones?
I mean, if those are the three
Those are kind of the ones that I would have been looking for that we didn't get.
Okay.
There's a Claydol, which I'm actually surprised we didn't get.
Yeah.
Because that's kind of a common one. There's a Team Magma's Groudon, so there's another Groudon in there.
Is it Groudon or Groudon?
I've always said Groudon.
Okay. Do you say Crouton or Crouton?
Crouton.
Okay. I don't know if that's relevant at all. I'm just throwing it out there.
Crouton.
Crouton or Crouton.
So the Mew, I'm really happy we got the Mew.
Yeah.
I think the best thing we got out of this lot is the Gold Star Umbreon, which was our first one,
right.
which is really good. Plus we got
peaking early.
We got the Full Art Professor's Research. We got all the Zamazenta, Zacians. We got Surfing Pikachu. This was a really good opening.
This is fantastic.
Even though we didn't get like the Charizard, Blastoise, or Shining Magikarp, we got a lot of good stuff that just looks so nice when you lay it all out like this.
And also, we got education and friendship,
we had a
which
good time.
honestly, is
We had a good time.
I feel so much more well versed in this world, and I understand a lot more. Like I see all the stuff that I don't It's the classic like, you don't know what you don't know kind of stuff, and so I see more angles that I can approach.
Yeah.
But at least now I have an understanding of a lot of the base concepts that everyone's been talking about, and I feel really good about that, which is awesome.
And we've got a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 more celebrations packs that we could do on or off camera later.
Cool.
But when we hop over to my channel,
yes.
Plus we've got all these other modern packs of different sets as well, Darkness Ablaze and stuff. But when we hop over to my channel, we're going to be opening something a little bit more fancy that might just happen to be a sealed base set booster box from 1999.
Right. So this is one of the big boys.
Yeah.
This is the big boy.
This is a sealed Wizards of the Coast 1999 unlimited booster box.
Okay.
So this is print run 3.
Yes.
And this could potentially have the original of this Venusaur, Charizard, Blastoise, Alakazam, Hitmonchan. We could pull a pack fresh
Yeah, oh
Hitmonchan.
man, if we could get Hitmonchan,
I think we might.
That'd be a big one for me.
So
That was my girl.
So the scary thing about this is that the only guarantee in this box is that there are 36 packs, and 1 in 3 packs is a holographic.
Okay.
So there should be about 12 in the box.
Wow.
But there are 15 holographics in the set that you can pull from a pack.
Yeah.
Like I was telling you about the Machamp, that was just in decks that you bought. So you can't actually pull that from one of these.
Okay.
So beyond that, no guarantees. So there could be Venusaur, Blastoise, and Charizard in this box. There could be 2 Charizards in this box. There could be none.
A lot of imposter Professor Oaks.
Yeah, I got this with the help of a streamer and YouTuber in the Pokemon community named Island Grown Pokemon. Great dude. And he is going to be joining us on my channel when we open this to be even more of a Pokemon expert. And just to see what's in this box that he helped me get. I have seen openings that had 1 starter holo and that was it. Everything else was Nidokings, Alakazam, stuff like that. And I have seen box openings that had all 3, multiple Charizards. So what is gonna happen? No idea.
Okay.
But what we're gonna do is we're gonna weigh out all the packs and pick the 12 heaviest.
Okay.
And hopefully just be opening holos. Because even the sealed packs that are light are worth a lot. And I want to keep those sealed for my collection.
Yeah, of course. Absolutely. I don't blame you.
So this is going to be going on over on my channel.
Which is uploaded right now, in fact. In honor of Ryder's 1 million anniversary.
And it's going to be part of a bigger video about how I got back into Pokemon. So you'll get a little bit of story time too.
Woo!
So head on over there, check that out. I'm very nervous.
I'm nervous for you.
I'm nervous just holding this.
I'm excited to be in proximity of all, like, I was excited and nervous about these little guys down here. So this is like just a whole other thing.
Just holding it is scary.
Yeah.
So we'll see what happens there.
All right.
Thank you very much for watching.
No, thank you guys for joining me. Ryder, thank you for educating me about all of this.
Yeah.
Thank you for including me as a part of this journey.
Yeah.
I feel so much better versed about all this. Like, I have more confidence in the space, which is awesome. And I hope you guys learned something too. And yeah, if you want to come join us for Ryder's anniversary, not an anniversary, like Ryder's congratulatory box opening of what is an incredibly expensive box of cards. Check it out. That link is on screen right now. And as always, people, what was I saying? And as always, my friends, remember, it wasn't a live stream, but it was a video for you.
Yeah.
See ya!
Bye.